does that even mean, Bowers Game Corner? Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back once again today for another game review, and today I will be reviewing Robber Knights by Queen Games. This is for 2 to 4 players, ages 8 and up, and it'll take you approximately 30 to 45 minutes to play. Let's have a look at the box. The box itself is about 6 to 8 inches wide this way, and about another 4 to 6 inches this way, and about 3 inches deep. So it's not too big, not too small. And the box itself has some very nice artwork depicting knights storming from a castle, and on the back it has a short little description of the game. Let's have a look inside and see what's in here. Inside the box you're going to get 3 things. First and foremost, you're going to get rule books. You are going to get a lot of rule books. This game was made for 6 different languages, so just about everyone is going to be able to play this all around the world almost. Also, I will say, on a side note, the instruction booklet is very well done. It's nice, it's short, it's sweet, it gets to the point, it's got colorful artwork, and it answers just about every question you're going to have about the game, which is something I love. Next, you are going to get a bunch of tiles, different colored tiles, because this is a tile-laying game. Last, you're going to get your knights. Are they cool? Little round green, yellow, red, and blue pegs, which you'll be using as knights to storm the countryside. I'd also like to point out on a little side note, they also have a cool looking little box insert. Just a nice added little touch that they didn't have to put in there that they did. Let's have a look at how the gameplay works. Tiles, tiles, tiles are the name of the game in Robber Knights, and you're going to get 6 different kinds of tiles in this game. First, you're going to get 3 terrain tiles, which are the lake, which is completely impassable. You cannot pass. There is the mountain, which will require you to leave 3 of your knights on, which makes it nearly impassable. And there is the plain, which when you cross it, will need to leave 1 knight on there. So that's your best bet when you're traveling. You're also going to get the 3 important tiles in the game, which are the castle, the town, and the village. The village will score you 3 points at the end of the game if you're captured it. The town will score you 2, and the castle will score you 1. The important one here is really the castle, though, because you will be laying these. You'll be laying all the terrain tiles down and all the castles, towns, and villages down. But the castles, when you lay that down, you will get to play your knights on there and then travel around there. So you could go this way, this way, this way, or this way with your 5 knights that you laid down. So let's have a look at a sample hand and see how it works. So, to start off the game, green and red are going to draw their A tiles, and they're going to put 2 randomly face down. They're going to flip them up. For a 2-player game, you'd have 4 tiles here forming your countryside. For a 3-player, 6, and for a 4-player, 8. And you can set up a 7x7 countryside, and once it's established, you cannot go any further in there. So, at the beginning of the game, red has laid their 2 tiles. They're going to draw 2, and they're going to play. They have to play 1, but they can play up to 3 of their tiles. So for this one, they'll lay a mountain right there, and then they'll draw another tile. They'll play a town right here. They'll draw another tile, and then they'll play a village or a castle right here. So for this one, you laid a castle. You get to put 5 of your knights there. Now, since this is a plain space, you're going to have to leave 1 of your guys there. So for this one, we'd say I'll put 1 there, then we'll travel here and leave 1, and then we'll put 1 here, and then 2 right here. So they went here, 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 here. So that's a very good turn right there. They put all their knights down on 4 point scoring areas. So their turn is over, and now it is the Greens' turn. They've laid their 2 down here, and they've picked 2s, and they'll lay another mountain, say, right there. They'll draw another tile, and they'll lay a castle right here. So they will take their 5 knights, they'll lay it down here, and since that's a plain, they'll lay 1. And then they'll go ahead and do 2 here, 1 here, and 1 here. Now, how do you win points in this game? You have to be on the top at the end of the game. However, if you have 4 knights on a spot, then whoever's on top when there's the 4th one is the winner of that spot. So green has now captured 2 points at the end of the game, guaranteed no matter what. You go back and forth, laying down your tiles with different terrain, different castles, different what have you, laying down your robber knights and trying to strategically take all of the castles, towns, and villages. It's a very interesting game. One thing that makes it a little bit more interesting are these special tiles. These are the wooded tiles. These function similarly to a castle, a town, and a village, except since it's the woods, you have to leave 2 of your robbers there. So they're not as good as these ones, but they still very much will score you points at the end of the game. And once you run out of tiles and once you run out of knights, you will calculate who has the most points, and like most games, that will be the end of the game, and the winner will be the one with the most points. What do I think about the game? Overall, pros and cons of Robber Knights. Pros, there's a good deal of strategy here. When you're playing this, you'll definitely be thinking about what moves you're going to make, and other people definitely can screw you over a little bit when you're playing. Also, I like the artwork. I like the whole medieval knights, the theme. I like the tiles. I think it looks pretty good. The cons, the big con that I had is the game itself is, it's a little bit boring. It's a little bit dry, which I don't have a problem with normally. But the theme and the gameplay do not connect at all. This game could literally be about trick-or-treating or peeling potatoes. It could be just about anything. It's not one of those games where you're really going to feel like you're a knight robbing and pillaging cities or anything like that. The theme is completely just tagged on at the end. Overall, I'd probably give the game about a 6.25. It's okay. It's not bad. It's not great. It'll sit on your shelf most of the time and not get played. Every once in a while you get off the shelf and say, oh, that was a little bit of fun. And then you'll put it on and play better games more often. If you enjoyed this review, please be sure to subscribe and check out my other videos. Thanks for your time, YouTube.
That was the review for Robber Knights. For other reviews, check back at Bauer's Game Corner.